Gentleman from Wyoming, Representative Hagman.
Gentlewoman's recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I take my duties as Wyoming's lone congressional representative very seriously, and my obligation to be honest and trustworthy is the foundation of my ability to carry them out. This privileged resolution isn't about politics. It is about the seriousness of being honest and forthright as a member of Congress and upholding the oath of office that we all take upon being sworn in. It is true that the gentleman from California wouldn't be the first member of Congress to exaggerate or stretch the truth, but willfully lying about serious issues our country has faced is something entirely different, and claiming that a sitting president has committed what amounts to treason is beyond simple hyperbole.
Representative Adam Schiff is at the center of a firestorm after being accused of repeatedly misleading the American public on some of the most serious issues of our time, and Representative Hagman from Wyoming is not pulling any punches. Representative Hagman stood on the House floor and didn't hold back. She called for a formal censure of Adam Schiff, not over policy disagreements, but over what she described as a fundamental breach of trust. The core accusation? That Schiff willfully lied to the American people, not once, but over and over.
Lies led to the wasting of millions of taxpayer dollars for unnecessary investigations and the deflection of our attention from the most pressing issues at hand to focus on a made-up crisis. This member's actions were designed to delegitimize the 2016 election and to hamstring the Trump administration. For all the talk about not accepting the election results in 2020, perhaps Democrats and the media, which are mostly one and the same, might want to look at their actions in 2016. To make matters worse, this representative perpetuated these lies while he was chair of the House Intel Committee and consistently implied, if not outright stated, that he had inside information. In that capacity, he lied about how the FBI and DOJ obtained and renewed a FISA warrant. The FBI and DOJ officials did not omit material information from the FISA warrant. How the DOJ used the Steele dossier, what was collected via the FISA warrant, the FBI's vetting process for the Steele dossier, that he had an alleged smoking gun showing that President Trump colluded with Russia. And if each of these claims has proven to be false. But the lies have continued. In fact, they have become compulsive, and they continue right through to this very day. The lies weaken this body, and if left unchecked, threaten the rule of law, our election integrity, and the civil rights of his targets. The words and actions of this member were dangerous and untrue, knowingly untrue. There must be a serious consequence for that. Being censored is the least of what he should be subjected to, and I support this resolution.
According to Hagman, this wasn't political spin. It was a deliberate effort to mislead, and it violated the oath every member of Congress takes to act with honesty and integrity. Representative Hagman argues that these kinds of deliberate misrepresentations weaken public trust, damage the rule of law, and leave Americans doubting whether our elections are fair or our leaders are honest. Censoring Schiff, she says, isn't political revenge. It's the bare minimum. It's about drawing a line in the sand and saying, enough is enough. Honesty and integrity matter. If there's no accountability, what message does that send? And this is where you come in. If you're watching this and you care about transparency in government, hit that subscribe button right now. I break down the biggest political stories like this every week, and we dig deep to separate fact from fiction. Don't miss out. What happened with Schiff, according to his critics, wasn't just bad politics. It's dan beats during the dom the ba motor the one, a don danze de referber para ekoman, and direct hit on the trust Americans have in their leaders and their systems, and if someone can spread falsehoods from one of the most powerful positions in Congress and walk away without consequence. What does that mean for the rest of us? Representative Hagman believes that holding Schiff accountable is a way to start rebuilding trust, not to punish, but to protect, to send a clear message that truth still matters in American democracy. So now, it's your turn to think about this. Should there be consequences for lawmakers who knowingly mislead the public, or is this just political theater? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you.